If you're over 60, strength doesn't disappear overnight. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't send you a warning letter. It fades quietly. First, you notice stairs feel a little steeper. Then getting out of a low chair takes more effort. Maybe you start reaching for the armrest, or pushing off your knees without even thinking about it. And you tell yourself, that's just part of getting older. But here's what most people never realize. Loss of strength after 60 usually doesn't begin in your legs. It begins in one powerful muscle group that slowly stops doing its job. Your glutes, the muscles designed to keep you upright, balanced, independent. When they weaken, your balance shifts, your stride shortens, your confidence shrinks. And that's how independence begins to slip, not all at once, but inch by inch. The good news? This is one of the most preventable causes of strength loss after 60. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to wake those muscles back up, safely, simply, and right at home. Stay with me, because what you do daily from this point forward could determine how strong you feel 5 years from now. Here's what most seniors don't realize. When your glutes weaken, your balance doesn't just feel a little off. Your entire foundation changes. Your glutes are the largest stabilizing muscles in your body. They're designed to keep your hips steady when you walk, to control your body when you sit down, and to power you back up when you stand. But when they stop firing properly, and that can happen simply from years of sitting, your body starts compensating. You rely more on your knees, more on your lower back, more on holding onto walls or furniture. At first, it's subtle, but weaker glutes lead to weaker balance. And weaker balance increases the risk of falls, not because you're fragile, not because you're old, but because the muscles meant to protect you aren't doing their job. And here's where it becomes serious. When balance feels uncertain, most people naturally start moving less. They avoid longer walks. They skip the stairs when possible. They sit more often. And reduced activity accelerates muscle loss. It becomes a quiet cycle. Less strength, less confidence, less movement, even less strength. This isn't about vanity. It's not about building a perfect body. It's about getting up from a chair without help, climbing stairs without gripping the railing in fear, walking into a room with confidence instead of caution. It's about staying independent in your own home. And the uncomfortable truth is this. If glute weakness isn't addressed, strength can decline faster than most people expect. But here's the empowering part. That cycle can be reversed. And it doesn't require a gym membership or heavy weights. It starts with simple, targeted movement, done consistently. And I'm about to show you exactly how. Now let's make this practical. How do you actually know if your glutes are weakening? Here are 3 quiet warning signs most people overlook. Sign number 1. You push off your knees to stand up. Take a moment and picture the last time you got out of a chair. Did your hands automatically press down on your thighs? Did you rock forward for momentum? That small habit is often your body compensating. Strong glutes should power you up smoothly. When they're weak, your knees and lower back take over. And over time, that extra strain adds up. Sign number 2. Stairs feel harder than they used to. Not impossible, just heavier. You may notice you climb slower, or you pull more with the railing, or you avoid multiple trips when you can. Climbing stairs is one of the clearest real-life tests of glute strength. If each step feels like effort instead of power, your hips may not be supporting you the way they should. Sign number 3. You feel unsteady walking on uneven ground. Grass, gravel, a slightly cracked sidewalk. You wouldn't call it dizziness, just a subtle wobble, a hesitation. That hesitation often comes from weak hip stabilizers, especially the side glute muscles that keep your pelvis steady with every step. When those muscles don't engage properly, balance becomes reactive instead of controlled. Now pause for a second. Be honest with yourself. How many of those sounded familiar? 1, 2, all 3. There's no judgment here. In fact, if you recognized even one, that's not bad news. It's awareness. And awareness is powerful because it means you can do something about it. The encouraging truth is this. Glute weakness is not permanent. It's not a life sentence. In most cases, those muscles are simply underused, not gone. And with the right daily movements, they can wake back up faster than you think. In the next section, I'll show you the first simple exercise that starts rebuilding strength immediately, safely, and right from your living room. Stay with me. But here's the good news. Glutes respond incredibly well to simple, safe daily movement. even after 60. In fact, they're one of the fastest muscle groups to regain strength once they're activated properly. This isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's not about intense workouts. And it's definitely not about pushing through pain. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need expensive equipment. And you don't need to risk your knees or your back. What your body needs now isn't strain. It needs smart activation. Gentle, controlled movements that remind those muscles how to do their job again. Because here's something encouraging. Muscle doesn't disappear just because of age. It fades mostly from lack of use. And when you start using it again, safely and consistently, your body responds. At any age, even now, the key isn't intensity, it's intention. Small movements, done correctly, done daily, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple exercises designed specifically for seniors. Movements that strengthen your hips, protect your balance, and support your independence. You can do them right at home. You can move at your own pace. And you can start today. Let's begin with the first one, and it might surprise you how simple it is. Let's start with something simple, something you already do every single day. The sit-to-stand reset. This may look basic, but don't underestimate it. This movement directly strengthens your glutes, your hips, and the muscles that power you from sitting to standing. And that motion? It's independence in action. Every time you stand up from a chair, a couch, or even the toilet, your glutes are supposed to lead the effort. When they're strong, you rise smoothly. When they're weak, your knees strain, your back tightens, and your hands automatically push off for support. And here's the emotional truth. This movement alone helps you get out of chairs without relying on your hands. That's not small. That's freedom. Now let's do it safely. Sit toward the front edge of a sturdy chair. Place your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Bring them slightly back so your heels are under your knees. Lean your chest forward just a little. Keep your back straight, not rounded. Now press through your heels and stand up slowly. No jerking, no rushing. Then lower yourself back down with control. Slow down the lowering part. That's where real strength builds. If you need your hands at first, that's okay, but aim to use them less over time. Now here's a common mistake to avoid. Don't let your knees collapse inward. Keep them aligned over your toes. And don't throw your body forward to gain momentum. Control builds strength. Momentum avoids it. Now I want you to try one right now while you're watching. Just one. Feel your heels pressing into the floor. Feel your hips doing the work. That's your foundation waking up. If that felt challenging, that's not a weakness. That's an opportunity. And the more consistently you practice this, the easier everyday movements become. Standing up from dinner, getting out of the car, rising from your favorite chair without hesitation. That's what we're rebuilding here. Not just muscle, confidence. Let's move to the next exercise. One that strengthens the muscles that keep you steady when you walk. Now that we've activated the muscles that help you stand, let's strengthen the ones that power you forward when you walk. This is the standing leg extension. Simple, controlled, effective. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair and lightly hold the back for balance. Feet hip-width apart. Shift your weight onto one leg. Now slowly extend the other leg straight behind you. Not high, not fast, just a few inches back, keeping your chest upright and your hips facing forward. Pause for a second, then slowly bring it back. That's one repetition. This movement directly strengthens your glutes, especially the muscles responsible for hip stability and walking power. And here's why that matters. Every step you take requires your glutes to stabilize your hips and propel you forward. When they're strong, your stride feels smoother, more confident, more secure. When they're weak, your steps get shorter, your posture leans forward, and walking starts to feel tiring instead of natural. Now here's the most important safety cue. Slow and controlled beats fast and sloppy. If you swing your leg quickly, momentum takes over, and your glutes don't fully engage. But when you move slowly, you teach the muscle to wake up and do its job again. Keep your standing knee slightly soft, not locked. Keep your back tall, don't arch it. And if balance feels challenging, that's okay. That's why the chair is there. Over time, you may notice something subtle but powerful. Walking feels steadier, less cautious, more fluid. And that small improvement? It builds confidence in ways you can't measure on a scale. Try 5 slow repetitions on each leg. Feel the muscle engage. That's strength returning. Next, we're going to move to the floor for an exercise that reintroduces your glutes to their full strength potential. especially if you've spent years sitting. Stay with me. Now we're going to the floor for a movement that many seniors say they can feel almost immediately. The glute bridge. This one wakes up muscles that often go to sleep after years of sitting. And let's be honest, most of us have spent decades sitting. At desks, in cars, on couches. When you sit for long periods, your glutes become less active. They're still there. They're just underused. The bridge helps reintroduce them to their full strength potential. Here's how to do it safely. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Place your feet about hip width apart, heels a comfortable distance from your hips, arms resting by your sides. Now here's where we add something important and simple. Before you lift, take a slow breath in through your nose. As you gently lift your hips toward the ceiling, exhale slowly through your mouth. That exhale isn't just for relaxation. It helps your core engage naturally, protecting your lower back while your glutes do the lifting. Lift only as high as feels comfortable. You don't need to arch your back. Just form a gentle line from shoulders to knees. Pause for 1 second at the top. Squeeze your glutes, not your lower back. Then slowly lower back down. Controlled, intentional. Try 5 to 8 repetitions. And as you move, pay attention. You may feel muscles activating that haven't worked this deliberately in years. That's not strain. That's awakening. If your hamstrings cramp, move your feet slightly closer to your hips. If your lower back feels pressure, lift a little lower and focus on squeezing your glutes instead of pushing your stomach upward. Small adjustments make a big difference. And here's the encouraging part. When these muscles start firing again, they support your spine. They reduce strain on your knees. They improve posture, and they make everyday movements feel more stable. This is more than an exercise. It's a reset button for muscles that protect your independence. Next, we'll strengthen the side glute muscles, the ones responsible for keeping you steady with every single step you take. Let's keep going. Now that we've activated the glutes from the back and center, it's time to focus on the sides. This is the side leg raise. It's simple, but its impact is huge. These are the muscles that prevent your hips from dropping when you walk. They help keep your pelvis level, your stride balanced, and your steps confident. And let's be honest, if you've ever felt wobbly stepping off a curb or hesitated on uneven ground, this exercise is for you. Here's how to do it safely. Stand tall with your side to a sturdy chair. Hold the back lightly for support, not for leaning. Keep your standing legs slightly bent, your core engaged, and your shoulders relaxed. Slowly lift the other leg out to the side, just a few inches at first. Pause for a moment at the top, then lower it back down gently, with control. That's 1 repetition. Focus on keeping your hips level. Don't let your standing hips sag toward the raised leg. That's a common mistake. Controlled movement builds stability, not swinging your leg high and fast. Try 5 to 8 repetitions on one side, then switch. As you do this, pay attention to your balance. Feel the muscles on the sides of your hips engaging. Notice how your body starts to stabilize itself naturally. Here's why this matters. Strong side glutes equals better posture. Better posture equals more confident walking. Confident walking equals reduced risk of falls. And reduced risk of falls equals independence for years to come. Even just a few minutes of this exercise each day can make steps feel steadier and safer. Remember, progress doesn't have to be dramatic to matter. Small, consistent movements are the key. By the end of this routine, you'll notice how much your glutes are working, front, back, and sides. And that awareness itself builds confidence. Next, we'll combine everything with an exercise that improves both balance and walking rhythm, making every step safer and stronger. Stay with me. We've strengthened your glutes from the back, sides, and center. Now it's time to bring it all together. This is the heel-to-toe balance walk. It combines glute strength with balance training, making your daily movements safer, steadier, and more confident. Here's how to do it. Find a clear path. Even just a few steps in your living room will do. Stand tall, shoulders relaxed, and engage your core. Take 1 slow step forward, placing your heel directly in front of your toes. Your back foot should follow, touching the ground lightly. Pause for a moment with each step, feeling your glutes activate as you stabilize. Repeat this for 8 to 10 steps in a straight line, then turn around and walk back. Notice how much your body naturally engages. Your glutes supporting your hips, your core keeping your balance, your legs coordinating with confidence. And here's an important mindset tip. Balance isn't luck. It's trained. Every time you do this, you're teaching your body to walk with stability, even on uneven ground, stairs, or when carrying something. You may feel a little wobbly at first. That's normal. The wobble means your muscles are waking up and learning to work together. Focus on slow, deliberate movements, not speed. Consistency is more important than perfection. Over time, you'll notice subtle but meaningful changes. Steps feel lighter. Confidence in walking increases. Everyday tasks, getting out of bed, stepping off curbs, moving around the kitchen, becomes safer and easier. This exercise is more than just a balance drill. It's the bridge between strength and independence. Your glutes aren't just working, they're actively protecting you from falls, improving posture, and giving you confidence with every step. Try it now. Even a single line down your hallway will make your muscles engage in a way they haven't in years. That's progress you can feel. And now that we've completed all 5 exercises, it's time to tie them together into a simple, daily routine that you can start immediately, one that protects your mobility, your balance, and your independence. Now that you've learned all 5 exercises, it's time to put them together into a simple, doable plan you can start today. Here's the approach. Perform 2 sets of each exercise. Move at a slow, controlled tempo. Quality matters more than quantity. The entire routine takes about 10 minutes. That's it. Yes, just 10 minutes a day can make a meaningful difference in your strength, balance, and independence. And here's something important. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't need to rush through the exercises. You don't need to hit a certain number of repetitions to see results. Small, deliberate movements, done daily, are what wake up your muscles and keep them active. Even if some days you only have 5 minutes, that's still progress. Consistency compounds over time. It builds strength. It builds confidence. It protects your mobility for years to come. Think of it this way. The sit-to-stand reset ensures you can rise from chairs effortlessly. Standing leg extensions power your steps and hips. Glute bridges wake up muscles that have been dormant for decades. Side leg raises keep your pelvis stable and prevent hip drop. And the heel-to-toe balance walk ties it all together, giving you coordination, balance, and control with every step. When done together, these 5 movements create a full-body glute routine, one that supports strength, balance, and independence. And remember, the goal isn't to rush or to perfect each movement on the first try. The goal is daily action, daily awareness, daily care for your body so it can carry you through life confidently and safely. So take these 10 minutes for yourself. Do it at a pace that feels right. And notice the difference not just in your muscles, but in how you move, how you walk, and how you feel. The best time to start is today, because every step you take, every muscle you activate, is a step toward independence. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Strength after 60 isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's not about chasing the perfect body. It's about protecting your freedom. Your freedom to rise from a chair without hesitation. Your freedom to walk with confidence. Your freedom to live your life without being limited by weak muscles. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need hours at the gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need small, consistent effort every day. These 5 simple glute exercises, done right, done daily, are a bridge to long-term independence. They protect your balance. They strengthen your stride. They awaken muscles that may have been quiet for years. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Every repetition, every deliberate movement builds strength. Every small step you take today is an investment in freedom tomorrow. So here's my encouragement to you. Don't wait for later. Start now. Even 10 minutes today can make a difference. And I want to hear from you. Comment below, strong, if you're ready to protect your mobility and take control of your independence. Because when you commit, even in small ways, you're not just exercising your muscles. You're exercising your confidence, your freedom, and your quality of life. If you want more routines like this, safe and effective for seniors, subscribe to Senior Sense. Turn on notifications so you never miss a simple way to keep your body strong, your balance steady, and your independence intact. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about progress. It's about freedom. Start today. Your legs, your balance, and your independence are ready and waiting.